Well, hello everyone. How are you? It's Joni here from Joni's Journals. How's everybody doing? Hello. Ignore my nails. I haven't had them done. um, you may remember it was either last weekend or the weekend before. It was around the time we were doing the Rolodex cards. I did say that I was cleaning out and moving some things around and reorganizing and putting a new piece of furniture into my craft space, which is also our office, my husband and I. And when I was doing that, I found some old items that I had made, and I found this tag book, which is made, and I cannot remember what the kit was. And quite honestly, I didn't have time this week to look to see what kit it was. It's one of Tracie's floral kits, and I promise I will look to see what it is, and I will add it in the comments below. But this is a tag book that I had created a few years back, and I pulled it out and I said, wow, I haven't done anything like this in a while. I mean, we've made tag books, but I haven't done anything as detailed as this one. And you can see there are a lot of images that have been added. And you might be able to see that they're all a little bit raised up on the paper. Maybe if I tilt it that way. And I'm going to pull my camera up. I thought I was too far away. Now I think I'm too close. Okay. But what I did with this tag book, along with cutting out all of the ephemera that comes with the kit, I added some pockets. You can see here, I used some of the ephemera to create pockets. And I promise I will look for this kit and see what it is. But I said, I haven't done anything this detailed in ages. So as you know, or maybe you don't know, but if you watched my last video, I gave you a quick glimpse. Tracie has out a new kit. It's called Practical Nature. And I will share that kit in, excuse my dog, I'm kind of angry at them. They ran away yesterday. And thank goodness for a very nice lady who lives across the street. I was able to capture Roger. Whiskey, on the other hand, decided that he would find his own way home. And so I followed him right back to my house. But in the midst of all of that, some lady hit Roger with her golf cart, sending him rolling across the street. And so I'm a little bit angry and a little bit upset and but whatever. They are restricted to the house for most of the day for now because my husband has to repair the fence. But anyway, getting back to what we're making. Tracie's new kit, Practical Nature, has a couple of pages in it that are loaded with little tags. And so I thought that we might be able to make a little tag book using that kit. Now you can see that in comparison, these tags are much smaller than the other book. But I just think that this kit is absolutely beautiful. And if you didn't see it last time, I'm going to show you my favorite page so far. I just think this kit is stunning. And I had to play with it. This is somehow or another going to become a wall hanging. And if and when I figure out how I'm going to do it, I will probably share that with you. But for now, I'm trying to judge sizes of canvases and different ways to do it. But I did start, and I did start playing, and I have begun to make this adorable little tag book. I cut out, like I said, a couple of the pages that had the tags on them, and I have backed the tags onto another piece of cardstock to make them a little bit thicker than they were with the cardstock that I printed them on. And I did this just to give them a little bit of, heft, and make it similar to this tag book as well, because this tag book is quite sizable and quite chunky and hefty. So I kind of wanted to do that again. I have also cut out and backed onto another piece of cardstock a lot of the pieces of ephemera. These tags are so beautiful that I'm having a hard time covering them up. And so the decoration might be to a minimum for now. If I can just bring myself to cover some of these tags up, these tinier tags that come in the kit too, they're stunning and gorgeous as well. This one happens to be my absolute favorite. And so I may just bite the bullet and cover up some of the larger tags, and that'll be it, and I won't think about it. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to kind of remember to go with the opposite thing on each side. For instance, some of the tags are florals and some of them are mushrooms. So I've been trying to do opposites on each tag that I add, although I do have two that are florals, and I believe this one is, yeah, this one's two florals as well. So I might kind of match the ends and just put the double florals that are both sides on the end of the tag. But let me stop yapping and show you how I do this. Okay, I have cut out some pieces of cotton ribbon. It's celebrated cotton ribbon, and I get it at Michael's. If you have a Michael's near you, my Michael's has a limited collection of colors still in stock. But I guess you can get 100% cotton ribbon anywhere. It has an unfinished edge to it, and you can actually tear off and shred it a little to give it a little bit more texture and make it a little bit more interesting. And all you simply do is you just grab a hold of the end of the ribbon and you keep tugging on it so that you can pull the strings off. Okay, it's sort of like shredding cheesecloth. But what I do is I put ribbon on one tag, and then I lay my two tags together and close them around the ribbon. So let me show you what I mean. Let me make sure that I have the correct tag. Okay, I have mushrooms here, so I'm going to put mushrooms underneath here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this up a little, and I really should have out my glue mat, but I know that my glue mat being white, it kind of makes it a little bit obnoxiously bright when I film with it. And I have been doing my best to try to make my videos not be as bright as they have been, because I did notice that one of my videos was extremely bright. Okay, so what I do is I put a little bit of glue on the edge, and then I will do my very best, and I'm probably going to try to find a line on here, to line up the bottoms of my tags so that they're straight and even. And I've got so much stuff laying here. And I glue my ribbon down. I'm just going to flop it over and make sure that it's going to work. Yes. Okay. And I'm not doing any exact measuring. I will turn it over to see that it's straight. And I'll give it a little tug here and there, because you can see that my seams, so to speak, I do have one that's lopsided, but when it's folded closed, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Okay, so we have glued the ribbon down to one side of our tag page, let's call it, and I'm just going to fold these over. Actually, let's see, is it better if I fold it, maybe if I fold it this way? Yes, I'm going to fold my little tags over. And this way I have a pile that I can pretty much tell they're all straight and even. And you can see this is the side where I glued it. So now I'm going to glue this one on top. So I'm going to add glue Oh, no, wait, because I forgot the most important part. Do not glue your two tags together until you add your ribbon to the other side, okay? Because you have to go in a continuous run. You need to make this page and prepare for the next page. So yeah, that would be me. I am going to put glue down on this side. I promise I'll do the next page correctly so you can see what I'm doing. And now I'm going to put glue on the opposite side of the page, and I'm going to lay my ribbon down. Okay, like so. So now what you have is something, whoops, if I can get a hold of it, something that looks like this. You have one page attached and ribbon ready for your next page. So what you need to do is for your next tag, the one you're going to lay on top, you put glue on both sides of your tag so that it will attach to the ribbon, and then put glue all the way around your tag as well so that it will attach to your other tag. Now very carefully fold it over and try to match up your bottom as well as your top so that you know that you have your little pages set together. Now before the glue attaches too much for me to be able to play with it, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to make sure that it's even on this side as well. Now you may have to do a little bit of trimming. Okay, see it's crooked back here, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a push down. Actually, I'm going to lift it up and off and reattach it so that it's straight on the bottom as well as straight on the top. Okay, now as I was saying, you may have to do a little bit of trimming around your tags because the tag sizes are not always accurate. At least with me, my printer is a good one, but I think it might be user error too, that somehow or another, I think the paper shifts and my tags don't all come out the same size. So now we have our tags attached to each other with our ribbon ready for our next page. And I'm going to take a look and I'm going to see that there is a little white edge up here, okay? And there's a little white edge here. So in order to trim it, I'm going to fold my ribbon back because I don't want to cut my ribbon on the corner here. Did I get it on straight? Yes. Okay. It's pretty straight. Okay. Yes. And see, the bottoms are even, but the angles of the tags may not be. And again, user error because I may not have cut them out perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay my ribbon over and I'm going to pull it down and I'm going to trim up that corner there. Okay. Like so. Fussy cutting is not always my forte. And you can see there's a little bit of white right there. So I'm just going to take my scissor and I'm going to trim off that extra white piece there. Like so. So now we don't have anything hanging over on either side, and our tags are relatively the same size. Now what I'll do afterwards, because you can see, of course, that I have inked up the edges of all my tags. Once I'm done, I'm going to go around with the vintage photo again. And look what I did. I put them on upside down. Oh, well. I swear I'm losing my mind. We have 2 florals and 1 mushroom and a floral. Okay, well, let's see. And then we have 2 mushrooms and 2 florals. You know what? Let's continue the trend. We'll do 3 mushrooms on this side. And we'll do 3 florals on the other side. And then we'll end off with our double floral tag. Oh my goodness gracious, where is my mind? Anyway, let's glue our next little tag on. So I'm going to take and I'm going to put some glue on this edge and attach it to the ribbon that is coming off of the last page that we made. Oh dear. And again, I'm going to make sure that they're straight. I'm going to use my best judgment and I'm going to lay down the ribbon and I'm going to try and make sure that they're even with each other. Okay, let's flip it over and see if they're even. And this one's a little too far away from its next door neighbor for my liking. So there we go. Okay. Well, change of plans. Isn't it always something with me? Goodness gracious, I swear lately, I honestly have left my brains somewhere and I have not found them yet. Okay. Now, you do not glue the next tag on until you attach your ribbon for the other side. I learned this the hard way. I'm going to attach my ribbon onto here because I had put a bunch of tags together and then all of a sudden I did one and not thinking, and I realized after the fact that I had glued the tags together. And in fact, it may have been that beautiful book that I just showed you where I did it, because I put the whole thing together and then realized what a numbnuts I am. I forgot to attach the ribbon for the next page. Okay, so here we go. We're going to have 3 florals on this side and 3 mushrooms on the other. So we're going to take our next tag and we're going to put glue all around it, and make a heavy concentration on the edges where it needs to attach to the cotton ribbon. Okay, and we're going to do our very best to line this up on the bottom here. I'm going to close my book again and I'm going to use that as my guidepost to attach, what is going on? To attach my tag to its friend. Okay, I'm going to line up the bottom. There we go, as close as I can. And line up the top. I'm going to pick it up and make sure that I have it straight, and I do. They're both straight and evenly spaced from the next door neighbor. And I'm going to turn it over, and you can see again my cutting is off, and that's okay. I'm just going to push down and I'm going to let it set, and I'm going to finish up the last tag and then we'll trim them. Okay, and you can see, like I said, mine are not evenly spaced, but they do fold nicely together, and that's what I'm more concerned about than anything else. If you want to sit and measure your spacing, you're more than welcome to do that. Now, since we have all our flowers on one side, let's see. I think I will put, let's see, do I want to match up my colors? Do I want to end? Yes, I think I'm going to end. This one is a little bit beige, but it has the crackle finish here. So I think I'm going to end with the crackle finish that's on this one as well. You can see here, there's a little bit of like a crackle effect to it. So I think I'll put the crackle effect floral on this side and then put this one, which is sort of similar in nature to this one with the blues and the tall, what I want to call lavender. And again, the colors here are a little bit similar. So that's what I think I'll do. Now, we don't need to put 2 pieces of ribbon on this one, even though I did cut an extra, because this is our last page or our first page, depending on how you fold the book. Okay, So let's put that ribbon up there. We can always use it as a decorative feature. And I'm going to make sure I've got the right one, my glue gun, and I'm going to put some glue on here, like so. And I'm going to lay down my tag next to its next door neighbor, like so. Make sure that my bottoms are even, and they are. This one seems a little bit too close to its next door neighbor, so I think I'm going to pull it out a little bit. I'm going to push down, and then I'm going to turn it over and make sure that it's relatively straight, and it is. Okay, so we are going to flip it back, and I'm going to take my last tag, which is this one that we matched up to this side a little bit better, and I'm going to add the glue. Okay, and I'm going to finish it off. And just the way that you finish off your edge is the way you start your edge. I only put ribbon on one side of this one. Okay, that was my beginning tag. So we only have a ribbon on one side of our finishing tag. You could, of course, add ribbon on both edges if you want the ribbon as sort of like a fringe. A little decorative piece, but I didn't start that way, so I'm not going to finish off the tag book that way. And I'm going to lay this down like so and push it down. Okay, and there we have our pretty little tag book made from Tracie's Practical Nature Kit. And you can see, yep, it might be a little uneven when you take it apart and look at it, but when it's laying nice and flat down on your table, whichever way you decide to make your tags run, it looks almost perfect. And my biggest pet peeve is that we are human beings, not machines, and we are not perfect. So you can see there's our little tag book. Very simple. I have made tag books in the past. I believe the last one that I made was all paper. So I just figured I would do one with you guys that is ribbon instead. Okay, I want to trim this off because I do have some white spots showing. And so I'm just going to take my scissor and I'm going to trim it. And it makes no never mind on the other side. And we do have a little bit of white showing here, so I'm going to trim that too. And this one, again, is a victim of my poor cutting skills or my printer. I don't know. Who should we blame? Me or my printer? More than likely, it's me. Okay. And this, I should have probably trimmed it before. Let's see. All right. I'm going to cut it. I'm not good cutting to my left. I cut better to my right. I don't know. Is that something everybody else has a problem with? You cut better on your favored side. Let me grab my small scissors and maybe I can get a hold of it better. Okay. I have still been playing with my Rolodexes, my memory dex cards. I must confess, I have purchased the memory dex box from All and Create, and it should be arriving on Monday because now I am just stuck in the mode of making Rolodex cards. And yes, I've been playing and I have nothing finished yet. I do have it. It's in the midst of being finished, but I'm doing a bunch of little ones using my new Tim Holtz. I bought a bunch of Tim Holtz stamps. I've also made some purchases from eBay for Elizabeth Craft Designs flower dies. And I'm kind of in spring mode. So I have been playing with my flower dies. And I'm waiting I purchased a Happy Easter. We celebrate Easter in our house. I don't know what everyone else celebrates, but we do celebrate Easter here. I purchased a Happy Easter die from Amazon. And I will be making some Easter cards but I also will be playing with my Rolodex too. So I might bring you back and we can do some of that. So here's our book. And now the only thing that I have plotted so far that I can remember is to add these two pretty little pieces of ephemera that I have cut out, backed on another piece of cardstock. And I'm moving my lamp over because I just feel like it's very dark. Backed on another piece of cardstock, fussy cut them out, and I did find where I wanted to add them to decorate my little book. And if I remember correctly, I was going to put this one, let me see, I was going to put this one on here because I can add it and it looks like it's part of the blend and none of the flowers are lost back there. So we are going to add that piece right there. All of this ephemera came off of the same pages, the ones with the tags. And so, yeah, if you only want to print out a couple of pages once you purchase the kit and play with them for now, all of this stuff was on the pages with the tags. And like I said, I did fussy cut them out and I did have to trim them a little so that they would fit perfectly in the center of my tags. But yeah, so see, just a little bit of decoration. And I do have these little labels. They come in the kit too. They have also been printed and then backed again onto another piece of cardstock. And I'm just going to add a little bit of vintage photo here. And I'm going to glue, I think I'm going to glue that one over there because you can see that some of them come pre-printed with the labels on it. But Tracie being Tracie, let me just clean the glue. I knew I should have used my glue mat. This is my new mat, and I'm really ruining it by doing the gluing on here without using my glue mat. Tracie being Tracie, as I was saying, she, of course, adds a few more labels in. And so I'm just going to put that little label up there. I'm going to have to tilt it up to see if it's straight. It's relatively straight. My fussy cutting again is not perfect. And let's see, I know I had a place for this one as well. No, that wasn't it. I had one of the tags. Oh, here, this is it. It was a little bit plainer on the bottom so that I could put in, was it here? Now I can't remember which one. Oh, I think maybe it was this one. Yeah, because you can still see the other flowers coming out from behind it. Or was it this one? I don't know now. I think I kind of like it on this one. So yeah, we're going to add it to this one on the back of the one we just added stuff to. Let's just add a little bit more ink. So I'm going to add some glue. But yeah, all of this ephemera, which is a ton, by the way, has come from just printing out 2 of the pages of the kit. Again, it's Practical Nature. I don't remember if it came out last week or it had to be the week before because I showed it to you guys. I think it was last weekend. So yeah, see, we can put our little flower pot here and kind of tilt it so that it's straight. And we can still see the flowers in the back. And maybe we'll add a little green tag to the top corner of that one. So sort of this one and the one that's on the other side of it, one on the back page, shall we say, kind of mirror each other in essence. And let's just put a little glue, okay? And we'll glue this one on up here. I think the green on this looks really kind of nice. And then I can decide what I want to, if I have a tiny little stamp. I do have the small Tim Holtz Field Notes. Or maybe I can use one of Tracie's stamps. I don't know. I have to pull that out too and see what we've got. So there we go. We have that. And then we have here my favorite tag. And I don't know where I want to put this one. I might just put this one here because you can still see the yellow of the other flower behind it, and it just kind of sparks it up a little. Okay, that's what we're doing. I'm not thinking twice. Okay, this one has nothing on the other side. It was backed with another piece of cardstock. And so, yeah, I am just going to add that tag onto this tag and give it a little something, something. Okay, my husband is currently out at Home Depot buying some 2x8s and all sorts of other little things, because the reason my boys got out yesterday was we live in Florida, and so we have large tortoises that roam around. They're really kind of, I mean, they're harmless. They don't bother anyone, but they do upset the boys when they come around behind our house. We do have a fence, and they go a little bit berserk. And they also poop. And so my little Whiskey was fascinated with the turtle poop. And he kept smelling it and smelling it and smelling it, and he wanted to get to it. And so what did he do? He slid himself, he dug a hole and slid himself under the fence. Somehow or another, I don't want to put this one sideways. It's too pretty. What if we put a little bird? Now, does that one, see, this one's a little bit gray. Does it match? I think it matches this page. Okay, so I'm going to put my little bird tag on there. And again, yes, I am covering up the pretty images. But my feeling about that is it's a digital kit. You can print it out again. You can reuse or use again, not reuse, but use again. Again, use one more time. Once you print it out, you can just print out the pages you've used and use them again in a different way. But I kind of like the way that matches that page. And so I am just going to add this pretty little frame with the bird onto this tag. You can still see some of the foliage that is printed on the tag. You can see a little bit of the mushroom. You can still see some of the faux writing that's on here, because it appears to be sort of like a ledger sheet. And so, yeah, we have our little bird put onto there. Now, what else can we put where? Some of these are just simply gorgeous. This one is too big to use on here. And this one is, let's see, will this one match anywhere? Will this go nicely here? I love this picture. But again, I don't know that I like the lighter color tags on here. Oh, I do have this one. Okay, see this one? Let's put this one on here. Okay. This is a plainer tag, again, sort of ledger style. Let's see if I can, whoops. Let's see if you can see it a little bit better. You can see the image. And this looks like writing, so the writing kind of continues. And if I center it just the right way, you really can't see that little tag down there. So I think I'm going to add this little tag to this little tag on here. And I'm going to add this piece, and I think we'll call it a day, trying to keep the video a little shorter than my videos have been. But as always, I will link this kit, and I'm going to do my best to find that other kit. I know it's an older kit. It's from a couple of years ago, because Tracie has been my fave for like forever. I think I'm just going to add that right there. And we're going to call it a day. Okay. So we'll just go around and we'll add plenty of glue, because adding this to another piece of cardstock does make it kind of thick and heavy. And so we want to make sure that it stays stuck down. and that it is straight on here. And yeah, we may come back and play with this a little bit more, or I may just finish it on my own. Should we add a little tag to it? No, I don't think I like the tag, but I do like that right there. So what I think we'll do is call me a liar. I'm adding one more little piece of ephemera, and that's okay, because we're all friends here. I'm just going to add this little tag down here on the bottom. It kind of mirrors that one. It gives, oh, and we have another little one there. So it gives it a little bit more interest. And there we go. We'll just add that tag down there, which, as you can see, is cut crookedly. Again, my fussy cutting skills. And there we go. Okay. I think we're going to call that a done deal for now, at least until I finish it up or we decide to come back and play a little bit more. Although, which way does this one? Ooh, I just noticed that. Look at the red here on this poppy and the red little raspberries, or maybe they're strawberry. Okay, we're adding one more, okay? And then we're done. Because I don't want my mushrooms sideways because they're way too pretty to be kind of lost if they're on their side. And this piece here is too big, again, for the tag book. But like I said, we'll come back. And we're going to probably play with Rolodex cards, and then maybe we'll come back and we'll play with this kit again. I want to take a look at it and see what other things I want to play with. Like I said, I do love that image, this one. I get the ribbon off. And I want to figure out a way to use it as it is without having to do too much to it and lose the effect of the beautiful picture. So yeah, I mean, you could make it the centerfold of a journal if you wanted to make a journal once you purchase the kit. But I have it printed out on cardstock, and I have it printed out twice. So yeah, there we go. Okay, I promise that was the last piece. I haven't put too much on this side yet. I put a couple of little pieces of ephemera, but I will find something. Well, let me tell you, I will find something, and I will put it on those pages too. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to send you lots of love and big hugs and ask you to please, please, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I have a goal for 1,500 subscribers, and I do have, a gift that I will be giving away. It's a woodware stamp, and it makes stamps a tag. I've used it in other videos. I don't remember which one it was at this point. But yeah, I will be doing a drawing once I hit 1,500 subscribers. And I really am kind of hesitant to give this away, but this is what I'm going to give away because this is what I've been saying all along, because woodware, from what I understand, is going out of business. And so, yeah, this might be a crafty collector's item in the in the upcoming future, but who knows, whatever. Okay, love you guys. Love, hugs. Another idea I also have is my friend Tony at Crafty by Tony. She did a spectacular video the other day making specimen slides from scratch, not using dies, just using punches and scissors. And I'm playing around with that idea too, because I complimented her highly for doing that, because as I said to her, and as I say to you guys all the time, we don't all have dies. We can't afford dies. We don't want dies. We don't know how to do die cutting. Die cutting machines are expensive. So yeah, learning to do something with a scissor and a pencil and a punch is something that should be offered to everyone. Okay, so again, love, hugs. Go over and check her out too. Maybe I'll link her too. Go subscribe. She's got a new line. She's got her own line of stamps now, washi tape. I don't remember if she has ephemera, but anyway, hi, Tony. Okay, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Take care.